Good afternoon, good evening, YouTube. Video DJ Dre back in the building, and today I'm going to be doing my 2025 DJ Studio Setup review. This is the equipment that I use in my live stream setup and all my videos, and I'm going to just go through quickly what I have, what I've acquired over the year, and what I'm using to bring the content to y'all in the best quality that I can. So we're going to get started right over here. The main setup here I have is my DJ setup. I'm using the Rane MK12s along with the Pioneer DJM S9. If you've noticed in my previous videos, I've used the Rane 4 a lot. I didn't like those static controllers too much, man, so I kind of went back to my 12-inch platters. I'm old school. I come from them old school vinyl days, them 12-inch techniques, and I really love the feel of the 12-inch vinyl of these Rane MK12s, so I gravitated back to those for my main DJ setup. All right, in the middle, that Pioneer DJM S9, as you know, that there is an old school powerhouse, and you know what they say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I've had this particular mixer for quite a while, used it in the clubs for quite a while. It's done its thing, and I'm still using it currently in my live stream setup. Above that, I have the Reloop. That is my Reloop performance pad. I use that when I'm doing my samples. When I'm mixing, I might use it for hot cues, or I might use it for instant doubles, but it allows me to mix a whole lot faster when I'm doing transitions and effects of that nature. Over here, I'm running my computer software on a MacBook Air. I've switched over to Algorithms DJ Pro AI. I've been using that program for a while. I love it. I run it on this MacBook Air right here. It runs well together. I love the special features, and I also love that it has that able to link button that syncs in with my beat pads over here. I am a producer. I make beats, and I love to bring beats into my DJ sets, as you've probably seen in some of my videos. I'm gonna do a lot more of that this year, but it runs seamlessly. Algorithms DJ Pro runs seamlessly with my Akaya MPC-1 Plus. I've loved that for making beats and bringing beats into my live DJ sets. Over top of that, I have my Versalab MV1. I also love that for making beats. It's similar to the Akaya, but it's a step sequencer, and it does just, you know, a little bit differently than the Akaya. I'm not going to go through a review on that right now because there's plenty of reviews out there on YouTube. You can check it out. But I love that in conjunction, making live beats on the fly when I'm doing my live sets. Over that, as you can see, what's spinning around here, that's my iPhone. And I use that iPhone on top of this iRig. If you notice that iRig there, that is the, let me think of the name of that iRig set, the DJI iRig, the latest version of the DJI iRig. I'll put the exact name up in the video, but that is hooked up to my cell phone up top. I use that for when I'm streaming on like vertical videos for like Instagram or TikTok. You know, I like to use that, and I plug that directly into the iRig. Somewhere down here, you can see right under there, I have that iRig set up. That's where I get my sound to go into my phone. As you can see, one reason why I use this DJI is because, look, man, it's a gimbal that follows me remotely. So while I'm DJing, I don't really have to worry about the camera. I have a cameraman that's going to follow me around, and I don't have to focus on that. So that's one reason why I love that. Even though this is a small environment, that camera will follow me around as I'm DJing, as I'm recording my sets. Eliminates me from having a third person in the studio. Love that. Got it hooked up to my iPhone. As y'all know, the iPhone gives you excellent quality. And one thing I like about it, it runs into my watch right here. If you can see, I can use my watch to control it, to actual power it on and off, hit record, you know, change positions. So I like that a lot. I can control what I'm doing right here from my wrist, and it'll control that camera up there. That's like my secondary camera right there. And it's hooked up to that iRig. I'll leave that information below too. You got to get you one of them iRigs if you in the streaming, if you in the content creation. It's excellent, man. As you can see, it's a gimbal that follows me around. Only about $150. You can't beat it. Over here is my main camera that I just purchased this year. That's my Sony FX30. That's a bad camera right there. It's a 4K camera. One of the best cinema cams on the market. Entry-level cinema cams, I say. And it's excellent for recording videos. It's brung my quality up to top notch. If you look at some of my videos now versus the ones that I started with about a year ago and even farther than that, you know, 6 months, 8 months ago, my video quality wasn't all that great. Now with that Sony FX30, I'm bringing you 4K video or high quality HD when I want to. I love that as well. I'm using for my microphone, my Shure microphone that I have hooked up. That's where I'm getting my sound from my Shure microphone. And I also get sound down here from this Rode setup. This Rode Wireless Pro setup is excellent for live streaming. Of course, y'all guys know about this as well. If you're into the live streaming, you're into the content, definitely cop you some of them for that professional quality audio. Now, all of that is routed over here to my second computer that I have over here. It's another MacBook Air, and that is what I run OBS on. I run OBS on that. I have a separate computer. Of course, if you live streaming, you definitely want to have a second computer to run your secondary programs on, like OBS. Right now, you see I got the Rode Podcaster program pulled up. My sounds is routing into that, and those sounds are going over here to this side where I have my soundboards at over here, and that is my Rode Podcaster Pro 2. That's what controls all of my sound going out to you guys when I'm doing my live streams. And this is my production table over here. Right here, I got a small Mackie Mix 5 mixer where I have my sounds from my turntables coming over to here, then going into the Rode. And of course, you know I'm a producer, I make them beats. So this is my production table. This year I'm gonna get into a lot more beats. I haven't put out no beats on YouTube yet, but I'm gonna get into a lot more production this year. I'm gonna be using my Atom. I got the Atom Square and I got the original Atom, what I like to push them beats out on. I use Studio One, Persona Studio One to make my beats, and I also use Splice as well. So this is, you know, my live stream setup, man. I got a GoPro right there on the table, as you can see there. I use that GoPro for when I'm making my beats. Video is coming from that. I'm not all that happy with the video quality from the GoPro. You know, it does shoot 4K, but the GoPros need a lot of light to get you that nice sharp quality. So I'm not 100% happy with that. Over in the corner here, I got a JBL monitor speaker, and I'll show you my other monitor speakers in a minute. The table that I got this on setting on, my main setup, got it sitting on this table. I got this table from Amazon. It's called a Work Pro. A Work Pro right there. I'll leave the description down below. It's a nice table. It's not electric, but you can adjust it to the height that you want. You can adjust it to the perfect height that you want. Now in front of that, I have what I recently purchased not too long ago, is my Hercules Impulse T7. I love this controller right here. I use this controller in my live stream sets a lot when I'm using my green screen backgrounds, when I'm trying to get a little fancy with the backgrounds. I love this controller. I did a review on this controller versus the Rain 1. Make sure you check that out. But this is an excellent controller for in-studio use. And if you want to take it out on DJ sets, it's extremely light. It's motorized platters for all y'all DJs that like them spinning platters, motorized planners. You got your paddles on here. This particular gold version, I recommend to get, man. It's the premium version. It has those nice NO faders in it, real smooth. I like the click in it. Click for the up and down faders and the cross faders. I love this mixer, man. It performs well. It has the stems already built in on it. I'm not going to go into a full review of this, but this is a nice controller that I use for my DJ sets in-house. Now the table that I got it sitting on is a table that I got off Amazon. It's an electric table. I love this table because here you hit that button there. Table will go up and down according to your height, and you can program it. I got it program number 1 set on the height that I like to use it. As you can see, it's coming back up now. And then when I want it out of sight, out of mind, I just hit number 4 and it's programmed to go all the way down. I love that electric table. It's a strong table too, man. I don't have a lot of weight on it now, but it is a very strong table. Will lift a lot of equipment up and down easily. I use this for my secondary DJ setup when I'm using my green screen, which I'm going to show you in a minute. But that's what I use when I'm not using it. I lower it and I just slide it right under that table right there. I slide it right there and it's out of sight. So let me bring it back up, show you how I hit that program, and it just comes right back up to the level in which I like to use it at. I love that feature. It's quick and easy setup. One thing about live streaming, y'all, if your setup isn't easy and quick, you know, a lot of times you won't jump on, you won't record, man. You won't do what you love to do and you won't bring it to the people. So in my case, I like to have my stuff set up already, plugged in nice and simple. So all I gotta do is come in here, hit the power button and get ready to roll and get ready to record. Now behind me over here is, you know, I'm inside of our studio. So my sound comes through my board over here. That's another whole video. I'm not going to get into actually recording studio, but the speakers that I use in here, I use these KRKs. They are some nice speakers, man. I used to use the JBLs. I'm going to do a review on these KRKs versus the JBLs because I used to have the JBLs in here. I love these KRKs a whole lot better. They sound better. They got a little bit of thump to them. And if that ain't enough thump, those are the JBLs right here that I replaced them with. So I'm gonna do a review on those as well. Both of them are 8-inch studio monitors. They sound good for your DJ sets. And you know, if you a DJ, when you're DJing, man, you need to hear some sound. You know, you need to hear that thump in order to get into it. So I got me an EV sub down here on the floor. That's what I use for my bass. That's the actual DJ sub. It's not a studio sub, but it works well in the studio. I had it because I'm a DJ, so why not use it? I just don't turn it up that loud in here because we're in a kind of closed, small environment, so I don't need it up loud a lot. Just enough to get me that bass to get me through these tight DJ sets. Now up here from the top, I have my green screen. I got a portable green screen hanging from the ceiling, and I'll pull it down real quick. This is where I actually do my green screen videos. This goes all the way down to the floor, but that sits behind me there while I'm DJing. So I guess my other camera, the one that's following me, will follow me through. So I'll DJ in front of this green screen, and that'll allow me to put any image that I want behind me. I can drop any image, and I'm actually put a link below where I get a lot of my images from. I get them from Adobe stock, some of them, and another one from this wallpaper website. I'll put the actual website below. HD quality images that you don't have to pay for. Adobe stock, you do have to pay for Adobe stock, but the wallpaper website, I'm gonna put that down below. You got high quality HD 4K images that you don't even have to pay for. They're free. So I'm definitely going to drop that in the description below so y'all can cop some of them for y'all sets. I don't know if I did my overhead cam, but up top here, I have my overhead cam. That is my Logitech cam that I use right there. That's my overhead cam. It gives y'all that sweet overhead view when I'm DJing. And of course, goes along with that front cam right there, that Sony FX30 Cinema cam. Yo, that's one of the best cams, one of the best entry-level startup cameras that live streamers can get. So, this is my studio setup, y'all. Let me know what you think, man. Let me know. Give me any suggestions. You know, let me think if it's overkill. You don't got to go this far, of course. You know, I'm a DJ by trade, so a lot of this equipment I've already had, so I didn't have to purchase it outright just for my set. But as your channel becomes and gets a little bit more popular, you know, you like to make it sound better. You like to bring a little bit better quality video in, better quality sound. So you like to spend a little bit more money on your channel as your channel starts to bring and make you some money. So tell me what y'all think. This is my 2025 live stream DJ setup review. Video DJ Dre in the building. Hey, make sure you check out my barber channel as well, because I use my FX30 for my barber channel. One of the main reasons why I got that camera, but I also use it in here as well. Check out my barber channel, New Styles Mobile Barber Cuts by Dre. Hey, give me a shout out once again. Thank y'all for checking me out. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. Make sure you hit that like button and notification bell. And I'm out. And I'll see you in the next video.